This is Ricardo with smartcloudcomputing.net. Make sure to check out the description below to view the video index and useful links. Adding IP prefixes to security group rules and route entries can be a time-consuming and error-prone task, especially when you have to building on multiple VPCs. The fastest and most accurate method to reuse IP prefixes on your security groups and route table entries is to use Manage Prefix List. This will save you time to build your security group rules and your route table entries. Now let me give you a quick example. When you build several security groups, you have to specify the IP prefix on every security group rule. If you have a rule with 10 or more IP prefixes, you need to add them manually, so it becomes a time-consuming and error-prone task. Even if you automate this process, you will have to build your code for each and every security group and VPC. One more advantage is when you use a managed prefix list. At the time you build your public route tables, you just point to that IP prefix list to build that route entry. Now we'll demonstrate how to build your managed prefix list, the limitations they have, and how to use them. So you log into your AWS Management Console, you scroll down to VPC, click it, you go to Manage Prefix List, then you will click on Create Prefix List, name it whatever you want. This is just for an example, DCPL, Data Center Prefix List. The maximum number of entries. This is very important because if you're going to use this prefix list in a security group, you don't want it to exceed the limitation that security group has for inbound rules. That limitation is 60 rules. So you want to make your list as accurate as possible. So in this case, let's say I'm going to have 3 subnets, 3 CIDRs that I need to add to this prefix list. Now it will allow me to add an entry here. So you click on Add Entry. You say I want to add 10.1/16. Then you want to do 10.2, etc. in the description, right? Then you click on Create Prefix List, and voila, your prefix list is right there. Now I'm going to show you the ones I pre-built, and I have here one that says Cloudflare and Data Center CIDRs. So if you click on that one, these are the entries right here. Scroll down and you will see the CIDRs that I'm allowing from Cloudflare. These are just fictional, they're not real IP addresses from Cloudflare. So with that, now how you use them is you go to the security group, you pick one security group, you can create one. Let's create one just as an example. Access, so it's a HTTP from Cloudflare. Okay. Allow CF to reach ALB. You specify the VPC where you want this security group in, and as a requirement you have to have a security group, a VPC in your account or region. So I'm going to pick demo 2, and then here comes the good part. fun part. You scroll down, oops, just say 0, we'll leave it like that. On the inbound rules, you will click add rule, and then here it's asking you which subnet or CIDR do you want to add. In this case, I will use a prefix list that I created, Cloudflare 3 CIDRs. I'm just specifying here how many CIDRs I have. Okay, and I want to allow only HTTPS. So scroll down, and now this rule is saying allow port 443 from the Cloudflare IP addresses. So you click save. I'll say create security group. Security group has been created, and now you can see that it's using the CIDRs from that prefix list. This comes in very handy when you have multiple security groups that will use those CIDRs. So it makes your life a lot easier and you don't have to enter them manually anymore. So now let's say you're troubleshooting and you go to this security group and you want to find out which CIDRs are being allowed in that inbound rule. You just click here and you will see the entries here. So it makes it very simple. And one very handy and helpful thing is that you can add descriptions here. So that helps a lot to find out what that CIDR is for. Now the other very handy way to use those managed prefix lists is to build routes in your VPC route table. So it makes it a lot easier and quicker. So you click on route where you want to add this route to. So I have this one selected. This is my front end public facing subnet. So I will tell it that these subnets can talk to Cloudflare through the internet gateway. I click on edit, click add route. I type PL. You will see here that the CIDRs are here. The prefix list names are here. So that way you can identify which one you want to use. In this case, I want to use Cloudflare. I want it to go through the internet gateway. Click on that one, save, and that's it. If you notice, the routes that you enter here do not have a description, so this makes it extremely difficult when you're troubleshooting. So if you use the manage prefix list, you can always just go to the prefix list that you are interested in and you can see the description there. I just filter it and then entries, then you will see the description here. So it makes it a lot easier than just entering CIDRs in the route table. One more feature that you can use is that you can share the prefix list on another VPC. So each VPC has its own set of security groups. So in that case, when you go to route table, for instance, and you click on this demo 2, it'll be on demo 2 VPC. If you can see here, the ID is different from the one here. So that way you can leverage those prefix lists and you don't have to repeat them over and over for that. This is for the routing table example. So for the security group, same thing, you have to build a security group in another VPC, right? Demo. Then this will be on demo 2 VPC, and then you can pick your HTTP. So let's say HTTP here, and that's it. You can reuse those prefixes very easily and make your life easier. and troubleshoot easier. And that's it. So if you have VPCs in other regions, you have to build from scratch those managed prefix lists. So that's a little bit of a drawback, but then again, you can share that managed prefix on all the VPCs in the same region. Hey, before you go, make sure you subscribe for more great tutorials. You can also click the thumbnail to watch another video from this channel. And one more thing, don't forget to check out the description below. This is Ricardo with smartcloudcomputing.net. See you on the next video.